Hi friends, this week we're looking at chapter 7 in my book, which is all about the importance of making a plan to remember what God does in you and through you as you pursue a naturally supernatural life. You know, when you see your first miracle, or you pray for someone to be healed and they're healed in front of your eyes, or you bring a word of knowledge and it's actually right, and you look and you see the look on someone's face, or you get the privilege of leading someone through to faith in Christ, you think that you'll never forget that moment, that those moments will always be etched in your memory. But what I've learned over the years is unless I have an intentional plan to remember what God has done, it's actually very easy for me to forget how God uses me to bring his kingdom. And you know, it's so important to make a plan to remember what God does if you want to live a sustained supernatural life. And it's very much connected to celebration and thanksgiving, actually. You know, when you are thankful for what God's done and you celebrate, it reminds you what he's like. And when you're intentional about remembering, it helps you to stay in a place of thanksgiving and celebration. And, you know, both of these are crucial if you want to live the life that Jesus modelled. You know, the Israelites, I think they didn't inherit the promise God had for them immediately. I think a lot of the reason for that was because they forgot what God had done. They forgot how he'd brought them out of slavery in Egypt. And because of that, they grumbled. And I think it was because they didn't remember that they then had a delay in the promise of God over their lives. I think had they remembered what God had done, I think it would have been a really different story. And so remembering is really important. Just a few ideas to help you make a plan. I think one thing is you can become a storyteller. Share your story of what God does in you and through you with your friends. Not only does it keep the story alive, but it also means that it raises your faith and the faith of those who are listening. You might want to write a blog to document some of the stories of what you see God do. It'd just be a great place to go back to and reread and remind yourself of breakthrough you've seen. I have a note on my phone actually that's called Healing Breakthrough. And if ever God uses me to bring breakthrough or I hear a story from someone else, I'll just get on my phone and put the headlines in that note. And it's always so encouraging to go back and reread the stories because it just keeps me in a place of faith that when I have my next opportunity to pray for God's kingdom to come, I'm praying from a place of faith and expectation because the stories are fresh in my mind. So how about you? What kind of plan do you want to make to remember? Maybe take some time this week to work out a plan and enjoy the opportunity to write down the stories of God's kindness and goodness to you and how he has done stuff through you, and let it stir your faith as you keep looking for opportunities to see his kingdom advance.